If I'm being honest. By I Don't Know Man on AO3. Summary. Midoriya scrunched up his nose in confusion. Shouto, why are you glaring at me like that? Todoroki began to lie, until nausea slammed him like a door to any room that Bakugou entered. Todoroki gritted his teeth, and glared daggers into the wall behind Midoriya. Goodbye, friendship. It had been absolutely divine while it lasted. Because you're very attractive. They say honesty is the best policy, but it sure as hell had a knack for Todoroki making a complete and utter fool of himself, in which Todoroki is placed under a mysterious truth-telling quirk and suffers. Uraraka laughs at him. Midoriya is confused, but smithen nonetheless, and Twitter is the thirstiest site on the planet. Episode 1, Chapter 1, Midday Training, Going Anywhere. Bright sunlight made Todoroki squint as he stepped through the hospital automatic doors. It was a beautiful day, surprisingly cool for June, with a pleasant breeze tossing Todoroki's bangs. Even the hospital had seemed cheerful, his mother smiling softly as Todoroki opened her window, then laughing behind her hands as the wind caught the curtains and smacked her son in the face. She had been laughing more and more lately, each giggle, an occasional snort, threading one more stitch across the fractures of the past between them. After all, Todoroki had heard that broken bones grow back stronger. Closing his eyes leisurely, Todoroki basked in the sunlight. A short buzz in Todoroki's pocket interrupted his musings, and he pulled out his phone. Midoriya Izuku, the screen read. Speaking of broken bones, as Todoroki typed in his passcode, another buzz rattled the phone. Also, courtesy of Izuku Midoriya, a perfectly suitable contact name, intentionally dull, so as to not raise any suspicions. Kirishima had more than provided a cautionary tale last year when Ashido had discovered that his contact name for Bakugou was Baku Babe, accompanied by a rather unfortunate string of emojis. The water droplet especially stood out. For nearly a month, a chorus of Baku chimed whenever Bakugou entered a room or hallway, like some occult ritual. A couple of charted streaks remained on the hallway floor to this day. Needless to say, Todoroki wasn't about to go putting Midoriya's contact as light of my life, reason green is my favorite color, or any of those other intrusive thoughts that spun right around record through Katsuki's head whenever he was around the boy. Midoriya Izuku was proper, professional. Midoriya Izuku somehow still managed to send a pleasant chip by Todoroki's spine. Hey man, you still want to join us? Or should we head out and start? Todoroki glanced at time. 10:37. He was running late. The unofficial little men of the Class 1A weekend workout squad, or Swole Team 6, as Kirishima called it, usually started an hour or so before lunch. Count me in, if nobody minds waiting. I should be back on campus in half an hour. Great, Midori replied almost instantly. See you there, Freezerburn. Freezerburn? Huh, that was a new one. It really was a beautiful day, so Todoroki let the butterflies freely flit with him in as he basked in the sunlight at the train stop. He liked when Midoriya called him nicknames, or called him his real name, or looked Todoroki's way in general. It didn't take much with Midoriya. The breeze smelled like roses. A couple of minutes passed, and the train pulled into the station, rumbling to a halt. The doors slid open, revealing an angry couple, seething hysterically. The warmth of the sun dissipated as Todoroki boarded and found a seat, as far from the ruckus as possible. He sighed. The peace had been nice while it lasted. Don't even try to give me that bullshit again, Subaru! Some lady was yelling, her eyes cocoon in black eyeliner and long nails glittering in the fluorescent light. I've seen the way you look at her. It's like a dog drooling over a piece of meat. Or its own vomit. You're disgusting, Subaru. A fucking disgrace. A man, presumably Subaru, threw his arms up in frustration. For the last time, Mitsubishi, I told you, that she's just a friend. I hang out with any of my friends at 3 a.m. That's no big deal. In fact, I'd love to go out late with you, but you insist on sleeping before midnight, like some senior citizen. Yeah, so I love my sleep. Sue me. Mishisu was really fuming now. It reminded Todoroki of someone, but he couldn't quite put his finger on it. At least I do it alone, unlike you, you fuck! Bakugou. The answer clicked into Todoroki's mind. That's who Mishuru reminded him of. It must have been the homicide in her eyes. That's ridiculous. I can't believe you'd say... Subaru stammered. Mishui, I would never. A wicked smile uncoiled across glossy red lips. Is that so? Then why don't we make ourselves 100% certain? Dread eclipsed the man's face, and he began backpedaling, both literally and figuratively, retreating into Todoroki's personal space. Great. Now there's no need for extremes, babe. Have I mentioned how sexy you look in that lipstick color? Why would I ever look at any other girl when I have you? Let's find out. She menaced, eyes possessively sparking with ill intent as he stretched out a hand towards her, soon-to-be ex, in Todoroki's opinion, boyfriend. Her expression was downright murderous. Had Bakugou mentioned having an aunt in the area? Any musings surrounding her and possible relationship to Bakugou were dispelled as Todoroki felt his phone vibrate to his knees. Midoriya Izuku. Ah. Todoroki put the phone to his ear. Hello, Midoriya. 3 things, then, happened in quick succession. 1. The train cabin shuddered suddenly without warning. 2. The girl was caught off guard, lost her balance, desperately grabbing Todoroki's shoulder in order to stay upright. 3. A violent bolt of nausea cracked through Todoroki, and his head swarmed painfully. Thankfully, the train returned to its original course as quickly as it had left. Todoroki's stomach smoothed, unwounded, the nausea disappearing completely. He breathed heavily, eyebrows knitted in confusion, as he rubbed his shoulders where the girl had spared him with her nails. What the hell was that about? Had he eaten something bad? A loud gasp poured Todoroki's from his thoughts. The girl looked downright horrified, her hand slapping over her mouth. Oh, shit, fuck! Do you feel sick at... Hey, wait! Her heavier outlined eyes popped out even wider if possible. Are you that Todoroki kid? From UA? Yes, Todoroki replied, curiously, quickly. He normally tried to avoid drawing attention in public. Oh, I see you all over Twitter. You were so cool in the sports festival last year. I was totally rooting for you, by the way. She beamed, widely, a small blotch of lipstick disrupting the glare of her white teeth. Todoroki nodded weakly. To think, just a minute ago, he had been calling her a relative of Bakugou's. Still, smiling unnaturally wide, she beat a nasty retreat. The guy, for his part, looked even more horrified than before. He opened his mouth, but she sent him another Bakugou glare, yanking her thumb and pointing across her lips harshly, in a universal zip-your-lips gesture. Todoroki frowned. What was that about? And wait, what was up with the whole nausea thing? He opened his mouth to inquire as such, but Midoriya chose that moment to conclude his own questionings. Todoroki, are you there? You stopped replying. The warm crackle of Midoriya's voice, as always, quickly monopolized all of Todoroki's brain power, and soon enough, all his thoughts of the girl and the possible food poisoning had vanished. Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, the train got a little bumpy for a second. Todoroki exited the train station as carefree as he had entered it. It was really a beautiful day. Ah, quirk accidents. They're my favorite. I love them so much. This is something that is exclusive in My Hero Academia. The whole quirk accidents. Like, oh my god, oh no, now he is, a cat. Or, oh shit, a truth quirk. Truth quirk is a big one. Animal turnings is another big one. I saw one where a person, their personalities were split. Like, their personality was split. It was, and not just like split personality disorder. No, I mean, instead of like DID, it's like literally their anger was a person. It was Bakugou, and Bakugou is like, his anger was a person, his insecurities was another person, and his pride was another person. And it was just the three of them. Just imagine that shit. That was such a funny fic. Unfortunately, I would not be able to tell you guys the name or who wrote that fic, because that was before I started documenting all the fics that I've read, and it was a Wattpad fic, so I'm not even going to try to find it. And it was not that well written at all. I think the only thing I liked about it was the premise, but I think quirk accidents are always something that I very much enjoy. The premise of a quirk accident is super fun and super cool, and I'm always here for it. Like, literally, I would die. Like, oh my god. Quirk accidents, ugh. Chef's kiss, chef's kiss. I also am welcoming the first Todoroki fic that I'm podficking. I can't believe it's taken me this long. Todoroki was my OG OTP. Obviously now my OTP has changed. Clearly my OTP is, I have no fucking idea, please help me. This is what I used to be simple. I used to ship only certain people. I never shipped one person with two different people. No, I was a simple shipper back then. It was simpler times, and now, I don't think you understand now. Now we ship everyone. I don't know what to do. I ship everyone. I don't know, man. I don't know. You need to help me. Never become a multi-shipper. Yeah, sure, it's really cool because, like, no matter what fic you read, you have a ship you like, but at the same time, then you sit there and you're like, okay, who's my OTP? Well, shit. Okay, well, who do I like blank to be with more? And then you're like, oh, well, fuck. Anyways, this was a really cool premise, and I'm really excited to be able to do this. Thank you to the author for allowing me to do this. I am enjoying this so much. Okay. As always, my raindrops, make sure to eat, sleep, drink water, take your meds. Have a wonderful day or night. Link to my Discord server and socials are down in the description. Subscribe to see more of my content, and thank you so much for watching.